Okay, so I'm a tattoo artist out of Lincoln, Nebraska, and the tattoo industry is basically full of people who think the exact opposite as me. They're all liberal, they're all pro-gay, they're all pro-prostitution, they're all very, very communistic in their attitudes, and I don't really have that much experience working in tattoo shops because of that. That's the actual reason, is because if I go in and I'm working next to people who don't believe in things like objective truth, they can just lie about you. And so if you have a different political stance than them, well, they don't have a moral structure binding them to the truth, so they can just make up things about you. And so my reputation here in Lincoln is that I am an evil, misogynistic, I'm an ist or an ism. But there's plenty of rumors that going around about me. People always talk shit, you know, and some people never really mentally leave high school. I think that's really most of the problem, you know, and that's why there's so many liberals now, is because people aren't forced to grow up. People aren't forced into, like, actually taking responsibility. They always have to blame the government or somebody else. And so I think that's part of it. Plus, a lot of them are misfits, and misfits tend to hate their dad. So anyway, I just think it's kind of funny. But anyway, I was talking to one of these people, one of these tattoo artists, and she was like, "Oh, did you ever end up getting in a shop?" And I was like, "I don't think I do want to work in a shop." And she said, "Why?" And I said, "Well, because in order to work in a tattoo shop, you have to be liberal. There's really no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if you're going to be conservative, you have to be silent." And she said, "No, you can be Republican or right-wing and still work in a tattoo shop. We have a guy working in our tattoo shop who's pretty conservative. Well, I guess he's kind of misogynistic." And that's when I said, "You see that? You just lied about a man." That's exactly why I don't work in tattoo shops. That's exactly why. It's because if he has anything critical to say about women, you'll say that he hates women, thereby tarnishing his reputation, going around town, lying behind his back, just lying about people. And so whoever that guy is, I'm sorry that you have to work for this piece of shit leftist communist who's going to go around town lying about your good name. But in case anybody was wondering, that's why I don't work in tattoo shops. That's why I have a private studio and it's appointment only. Because I'm not going to censor myself, and I'm not going to lie about people, and I don't like being lied about. And in these shops, it seems like much of the time they got something going on in the back room that I don't want to be a part of anyway. So there are many reasons to go your own way, and it is a much harder path, and I don't recommend it if you can avoid it. But this way, I keep control over my tongue. And that's more important to me than a little bit of extra popularity or a little bit of extra money. If you want to get a tattoo, or you want to get some kind of a service like that, maybe a haircut or anything like that, or a piercing, something like this, you might consider supporting someone who doesn't work in a shop, somebody who has a private studio, maybe it's appointment only, because sometimes the reason that they're there and not working in a brick and mortar spot out in public with a bunch of public support and praise is because of this. Sometimes it's literally this issue. And so I guess I just wanted to encourage you to support small businesses, even if they're not politically correct at the moment.